Well, a tale of two Republicans in Kentucky tonight. The Bluegrass State selecting its first African-American attorney general. Republican Daniel Cameron, also the first Republican AG in Kentucky in more than 70 years. While the incumbent Republican governor is refusing to concede despite being down about 5,200 votes, now calling for an official recanvassing of the results.
That there really are a number of significant irregularities, the specifics of which we're in the process of getting affidavits and other information that will help us to get a better understanding of what did or did not happen.
Joining me now, the history-making Attorney General-elect of Kentucky, Daniel Cameron. Great to have you with us, sir.
Thank you for having me, Shannon. I really appreciate it.
Well, listen, I saw you at the rally the other night. You were very passionate. I mean, one of the things that you talked most about was the issue of abortion, being very pro-life yourself. Do you think that was one of the key issues for Kentucky voters this time around?
I absolutely think the issue of pro-life was an incredibly important issue for Kentuckians as they went to the polls yesterday. That was an issue across all the respective statewide offices. But what I also ran on as the chief law enforcement officer is really, in many ways, reconstituting and renewing the promise of this office to really work closely with our law enforcement community, our Commonwealths and county attorneys. I was really proud to have the endorsement of the Fraternal Order of Police, which is the largest law enforcement organization here in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. So I know that I have an incredible responsibility to make sure that every day that I'm in the Attorney General's office, I'm working for them, advocating on their behalf, and also helping, assisting them in making sure that we're stemming the tide of the drug epidemic that we have here in the Commonwealth.
Well, you certainly had a lot of law enforcement backing, and you went over the Kentucky folks and voters there with your message. Republicans did well in Kentucky in that they cleared almost every race. We're still waiting to hear what's going to happen with the governor's race, but there's been a lot of focus, of course, on the fact that for now it looks like Governor Bevin is not going to be reelected. In this week, an opinion piece, the headline, Trump's Kentucky Surprise, they write, this could be a reflection of Trump's unpopularity in major metropolitan areas. It could also be an indictment of Bevin's right-wing economic views. Probably it is both. What do you think are the lessons going into 2020 from that particular race, if any?
Well, I don't think this is any repudiation of President Trump. In fact, during the rally the other night on Monday, on November 4th, I made the statement that I hope the president understood that he was in Trump country. The Commonwealth, in my judgment, by and large, has folks here that really like President Trump, like how he's been fighting on their behalf, making sure that folks have jobs. Look, it's almost historical in terms of the unemployment rate that we have for Hispanics and African Americans. They're the lowest that they've ever been in this nation's history. So I think there are a lot of people in the Commonwealth of Kentucky who are working again, who recognize that this president is fighting against socialism. He's fighting for the men, women, and children of not only Kentucky, but all across the country. And so I think here in the Commonwealth, we are very pleased with the president. Unfortunate that we see on the national stage that there are folks like Speaker Pelosi and others who are trying to impeach him. That's not what Kentuckians want. So I think in 2020, not only are we going to reelect President Donald J. Trump, but we're also going to reelect Senator Mitch McConnell as well.
Well, we know that's the next big battle in Kentucky. You have made history. You're also the first GOP Attorney General elect at this point in more than 7 decades. So we will watch as this plays out in Kentucky, the undecided governor's race, and going into 2020 as well. Attorney General-elect Daniel Cameron, great to have you, sir.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.